What's going on, YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So today we are going to be just discussing is Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle a fraud? So I came across this content creator on TikTok by the name of Kane the Conqueror. This man had so much pushback from women when he was finding out this truth about her. And I'm going to be playing a lot of clips for you guys. So just so you know, this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than what you typically used to, but I'll try my best to make my um, commentary as short as possible because I got a lot of clips. And what I'm going to do is because he had so many clips, I'm just going to leave a link to his TikTok page in the description for you guys. All right, because I know a lot of guys are probably going to want to see all this stuff themselves because I think there was a few things. It was just a lot of coverage. All right, plus another clip at the end from another content creator that I reacted to a lot, and she had a few words as well. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Exactly. This lady did all that extra. What'd she do? Got with a man who was married and had a side chick already and took him away from both of those and married him to live an average life. I mean, and then she's sitting here living this, very mediocre life. Talking about her husband was this and that, and he was none of the above. When you look at their street, their house, that whole street and their house looks like something out of a bad '70s sitcom. You know, like you used to watch All in the Family, used to see the streets and the houses that Archie Bunker lived in. It's sad. And according to her husband, her escapades basically are going to the grocery store and going to Dollar Tree. She loves Dollar Tree. That's her home. That's her second home. But then has the audacity to come on and make a social media show talking about how she's this, how she's that, how her husband's this, how these women out here need to be doing this, and that. And she's literally doing everything she spoke against.
Stop the cap.
Sprinkle, sprinkle. And what makes us outrageous is the sheep eat this shit up. They live for this shit. And they believe every word that comes out of her mouth. They at home eating Kraft macaroni and cheese dinners and chicken for every day. But she got them convinced that the world is in her hands. But the sheep gonna learn the hard way.
All right, bye. Say bye. Bye.
Why it look like the sprinkle sprinkle lady lives on MLK?
I'm not like the women who saw clips of Kevin Samuels and ran with assumptions off of that. I have seen her YouTube videos. I've seen several of them. And I don't know why y'all denying how she was acting. This is her in a nutshell. She came on to social media with the phrase, I'm going to show you how to get a high value man like me. I'm going to show you how to get the man that you want, you need, you deserve, however you want to put it. And that was basically her shtick for a while. And to the point of, oh, my husband's so important, he can't be seen on video because of his job. When really she was, I don't know if she was just ashamed of him, but I didn't think he would be approved by the women she's preaching to, which he's not. They don't approve of him in any way, shape, or form. Or whatever, okay? Now, she made all these claims about her husband being how he's this and that. The only thing that was true was that she was a stay-at-home wife. But she made it out as he was more than what he was. Until somebody pulled up his LinkedIn account. Found out his name, pulled up his LinkedIn account, found out what his occupation was. And then we looked up what his salary was, which is it's not even six figures, not even close to six figures, okay? So From that point forward, when that came out, she changed her tune. She went from talking about how she can get y'all a man like hers. She turned her whole platform into now, this is what you have to do to get a man. You can't be fat. You gotta lose weight. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. She focused no more on men like she was. She focused on the women. Women, you can't do this. Women, you gotta do this. Women, you gotta be this. Women, you gotta do that. And then all of a sudden, she's showing James. James, who could not be seen because his job didn't allow it. See, again, and a lot of women have been on my page today talking about, oh, you're doing this, but, she never said those things, which she did. She lives an average life, and that's okay. He lives a life within his means, so that makes it comfortable within his means, and that's okay. And she lives within his means, and that's okay. It's simply due to the fact she lied to try to make it out more than what it was. And that screws up women in their head, especially the gullible ones that listen to shit on social media.
And just so we clear to the ladies that watch my channel, because I'm noticing that I'm starting to have more women watch my channel. And by the way, shout out to Rada the submissive wife. Been a huge fan of your content, and because I've noticed she's been posting on her community posts lately. Thank you so much. I've been a huge fan of yours for a while now, so I appreciate you. But for the women that tend to disagree more often, look, men aren't saying that we have an issue with her living an average life, mediocre, whatever you want to call it. It's the fact that she presented herself as something that was way more than that. She presented herself as if her husband was way more than that. What she portraying versus how she's really living is two completely different things. That's what this man is trying to point out and what I'm trying to point out. All right, that's all. So ain't no shade. It's just that you got to call out the BS just like y'all expect men to call out BS on other men. All right, that's like me telling women I'm 6 foot tall when every man that watches my channel know that I'm only 5'7". Get what I'm saying? All right, let's keep it moving.
I think the point of the video has been missed by a lot of women that are responding today. No one in any way, shape, or form is saying that there's anything wrong being or living a mediocre, basic, average life, okay? Nothing wrong with it at all. I choose to live a basic, mediocre, average life, even though I don't have to. I can ball out of control and it won't stop a thing. But there's no point to it for me at this point. With her, she's living that life, but she was lying to her followers as if that is the worst thing that you could do. That you don't want to live that because it's a bad thing, and so forth. She needs to stop lying to people and get it out of their heads that what she's doing is a bad. I mean, she hid the fact of who she was just up until recently because it was going to come out anyway. If it hadn't came out, if people hadn't snooped, she would have been still sitting there with that same arrogance about her lying about a life she doesn't have. But because she knew it was about to come out, she jumped in front of it and changed her whole platform. So, yeah, nothing wrong with living an average life. We're not saying that. We're saying don't lie about what life should be while you're doing something
Stop the
else.
cap.
When she was talking, I thought she was living in a $2.5 million house out in PG County somewhere with a Bentley parked in front and was dining on Wagyu beef, caviar, and them good green vegetables like the asparagus and shit.
Bruh.
Nah, this old lady sitting up here in a $500 BMW from the 80s with cooking spam meat, Kraft macaroni and cheese, and ramen noodles and hot dogs for dinner every day. That's why when she first started out, she always had those green screens in the background of mezzanines and other types of fancy home adornments and stuff because she was trying to fool everybody. That's because most of these women are in the same predicament she was in at the time. Here, she claimed that she was a mortician when she was 22 when she met her now husband. I can't see a mortician. And even back then, the average salary of a mortician was probably about $70,000. I'm sorry, no, $40,000. What am I saying? It's about $40,000. Okay. I can't see someone making that amount of money during the time be impressed by someone only making like 20,000 to 30,000 more a year to the point where she's talking about, oh, she got herself a high value man. Okay. Realistically, she was probably a secretary in that funeral home or something, not a mortician, because we know she exaggerates the truth. A woman who's not making anything, a woman who ain't about shit, a woman who ain't never been around shit, a man like James is going to be a baller. He is going to be that dude. She was probably impressed by the fact, oh, this dude has a house, he has a car. Route recalculation. I there's many a times. Follow the road for 6 miles. And see, I got all my houses have always been really, really, really nice. Anytime a woman came over to my house, she didn't know what to do. She didn't know how to respond. Usually sex was the answer because they're like starstruck, okay? That's the only way I can describe it. But anyway, she sees this stuff. And I had a nice car too. She sees this stuff. She's like, oh, this man's got this. So that's why she had it in her mind. She's with a high value man. She's with a man, blah, 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 at the time. When in reality, like we've been saying now, he's just your average guy. And all these women who swear up and down that the average guy is not good enough for them are now like, okay, she's with an average guy. Well, actually, they just attack the dude now. They talk about his appearance. They basically down the guy any way, shape, or form. And you can tell the women are now are some of these women are still stuck. They're always going to be sheep, but you can see a lot of the women are starting to see it for what it is. I mean, it don't take much to put 2 + 2 = 4, and her shit ain't mathing like that. But yeah, you're always going to get these groupies and sheep who are just lost because that life looks good to them. And they don't even realize that's an average life, which tells you that much about them if they're impressed with an average life.
And again, I'll make sure I'll leave the link to his page on TikTok so that way y'all can see all that because he is 100% right. Because, see, here's my thing with this. Like I said before, ain't nothing wrong with living an average life, but she talks as if like the guy had to be 6 figures and the guy that she's married to isn't even making that. And now, and this is another reason why I'm gonna send y'all the link to his channel because when you look at all the videos that he made about this issue, you'll see women in the comments over here saying, why are y'all so pressed? Well, she's living within his means. What's wrong with that? Why is it that all of a sudden y'all are coming caping for her when she was giving y'all the impression that she was living way better off than that? Now y'all want to start backpedaling. And oh well, she's living within his means. That's funny because that's the same thing we're over here trying to preach to y'all, but it's bad when it comes out of our mouths, but when y'all discover the truth about her and find out that she really ain't living as good as she claims, now all of a sudden y'all want to backpedal and say, "Oh, she's living within his means." Come on now. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's the hypocrisy for me, man. But let's keep it moving. We almost through.
Bruh, so many of them are just so backwards. Here, listen. Remember when Kevin Samuels used to come on? He used to tell women, ladies, you got to be this, you got to be a certain height. I mean, a certain weight. You got to look right. You got makeup, all that stuff. Oh, you hate us. Accept us as we are. She was 7. Ladies, you can't be fat. Ladies, put some makeup on. Do your hair. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, Shira 7 is so smart. She's so intelligent. But wait. Shira 7 literally just sat there and told you everything that Kevin Samuels said. On top of that, you guys are agreeing with a woman who stole a husband from his wife. It's not about the person, it's the message. Okay, with Kevin Samuels then, it's not about the person, it's the message. Oh, but he's a misogynist, and he's this, and he's that, and he divorced both of his wives. Wait a minute. But Shira 7 stole someone's husband. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I love her. I will do anything for her. Seriously, they are.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Seriously, they are literal. They are literally walking contradictions. They contradict every fucking thing that comes out of their mouth. It's almost to the point of it being a mental illness. No, we're beyond that. It is a mental illness. This should be some type of.
In half a mile, turn right onto Palmer Avenue.
This should be given some type of mental illness name. I don't know what. Somebody figure it out and make it. We'll make it a hashtag. But that's what it should be. It is clearly a mental illness.
He lives a very mediocre life. And I'm not knocking mediocre lives, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna sell your soul and your vajayjay for money, like, I would think that you would do better. But yeah, like, she recently just took her first boat ride. She lives in a neighborhood that looks like a scene from Archie Bunker. And her husband doesn't look very happy at all. Neither does she. So if that is goals for you, then you go, girl. More power to you. But yeah, that's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. Like, have you seen her husband? He's very unhappy. I mean, like, it's really bad. Yeah.
Well, let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. To the next video, y'all. Deuces.